Yes, and hello! Welcome to my first ever vlog, and hopefully not my last one. My name is Eleni. I'm originally from the gorgeous island of Cyprus. But I've lived in Southampton, UK for the last 10 years. So this is not your typical vlog. I don't do beauty, I don't do fashion. I mean, I know how to do basic makeup, as you can see. I'm not the most fashionable. I'm more like a Cath Kidston, floral, vintagey kind of girl. I'm in my 30s. I'm single. I don't have any children. And I've no idea what I want to do with my life. Well, I have sort of an idea, but anything is possible. Most vloggers my age, and they're not that many, I think, they either vlog about lifestyle, makeup, stuff like that, and being a mommy and all of that, which is great. I've watched a lot of them, but I don't have children. So this is about a 32, soon to be 33-year-old going through life, really. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. I've read in one of Darren Brown's books. I don't know if you know Darren Brown. Darren is an illusionist, a magician.
He's incredibly, amazingly intelligent. He has done a lot of TV shows as well. Anyway, look him up, it's totally worth it. I know one of his books because I've read all of them. I'm a huge fan.
I'm a huge fan. He said, when I meet new people, I don't ask them what they do for a living because they might do something boring. Many people, including myself actually, they don't really enjoy what they do for a living. So when you ask them, the conversation after that runs dry super fast. So what he normally does, he asks people what they like to do in their free time, if they have any hobbies, and that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm a jack of all trades, but master of none. I own a blog called Eleni's World. I started the blog back in 2016. At the time, with the name, with the title, things I learned before I turned 30, because I was going through a humongous change in my life. I had just lost my aunt, and it was a traumatic experience because it's a long story. I'll put the link down there, but it was very traumatic. On the same week, I broke up with my ex-boyfriend of 7 years, and I was left without a job. So I came back from Cyprus after the funeral, and I was just lost. Anyway, so I thought, you know what, I've always wanted to have a blog. I thought I'll give it a go, because my ex-boyfriend used to say, well, what are you going to write about? Nobody wants to read this stuff. But I wanted to do it for me. To cut long story short, 3 years later, I've changed the name of the blog to Eleni's World, because although it started with what I've learned before I turned 30, I then did turn 30, and the blog was everything about my life, really, not just what I learned, but you know, things I enjoy doing, and I'll go through them now. So I love Cyprus, that's where I'm from, my little island. I love food, with 2 chefs in the family, and being originally from a little Mediterranean island, we are obsessed with food. The main thing I write about is myself and mental health, because I did study psychology originally years and years ago. I haven't done anything with it. After everything that happened 3 years ago, I went through the motions. So I've struggled with depression. I did reach the point that I didn't want to go out, I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to do anything. I barely managed to go to work and then go back home and do nothing. I isolated myself completely. And it took a lot of personal work to reach where I am today. If you ever suffer with depression, you know that it never really goes away. It always comes back. And also, I suffer from anxiety. I get really, really anxious. I'm an overthinker. I think over things all the time, even little things, and that was very hard to master. Although I deal with it much better now, I still go through phases that I'm just paralyzed. I can't do anything. I'm just so worried about everything. Just makes decision making so much harder. So when I was going through depression at the time and anxiety, those two together are a lethal combination. So what I love doing, volunteering. I volunteer for 2 local charities and I absolutely love both of them. I do yoga. I love yoga. I discovered yoga with Adrian. I would definitely put a link to that because I love that lady. I love taking pictures, so you see my Insta and my blog is full of pictures. And I love traveling, but I don't have much money to travel a lot, so I try as much as I can, and when I do, I write about it. So these are the things I enjoy doing. So I'm quite creative. I love drawing. I love TV shows. Of many favorites, you know, Friends, Parks and Recreation, Game of Thrones, Luther. I'm not going to name all of them. There's just so many. And I love reading, and I write about some of the books I read sometimes. The last one I've read was Little Women, and mind-blowing. It just made me want to go back and read more. All of these are, you could see in my blog, but this is what I actually enjoy doing. This is me. Actually, one of the things I haven't mentioned, I absolutely love my families. My 2 sisters are my best friends, and every time we do any of this together, it's hilarious, and you hopefully see more of that. So what do I do for a living? That's the question. Are you ready? I'm a senior stat returns officer. What is that? It's a very important job. I have a lot of responsibility. If anything goes wrong, it could have catastrophic consequences. Well, maybe not catastrophic. So it's all about numbers, and I don't see many people. And I love working with Solent because of the people. I've made some lifelong friends at Solent, and it's a fascinating place to work for, because you actually do get the chance to, if you want to get involved with other things. Like I volunteer for graduation. I absolutely love graduation, and open days and different events at the university. But day to day, I spend 8 hours doing something I do not enjoy. I personally find it soul destroying. So nothing to do with the workplace, but it doesn't fit my personality. So I've reached a point now. I need to decide what I want to do, because this is not for me. I need to do what I want. I need to do something meaningful. So I went through my options. As much as it's lovely to believe that, oh yes, you could just quit your job and chase your dream and all of that, that is not that easy, you know. It's not at all. If you have debt, responsibilities, if you don't have any savings, you can't really just quit your job and go. You might end up in prison because of debts. You might end up on the street because you don't have anywhere to live. So you can't just quit your job and go. Don't believe all the shit you see online. So my options are, look for another job. I have been looking for another job for a while, but for me, it's not about leaving this job and going to any other job. It has to be different. It has to be creative. So yeah, so I have been looking for jobs, but the ones I have seen that I want to do and I think I can do, they either ask for experience I don't have, or they pay way less, and I can't take a huge pay cut because I'm not going to be able to afford living. Other option is stay at my current job and save up for a couple of years and then decide what to do, or do another degree. I have been seriously considering doing counseling or arts therapy, but another degree is expensive, especially in the UK. I can't really afford it. So option number 3, quit my job and go and do all of the fun things, interesting things, creative things I wanted to do for years, but because I work full time, I don't get the chance. But because I don't have much savings, it's better to do it somewhere that if anything goes wrong, I have somewhere to stay and, you know, people to help me. So I'm going back to Cyprus for just a few months to try all of these things I wanted to try. So I want to try different jobs for a while, maybe, you know, work at a farm, or I've never done waitressing. I mean, they don't pay as well, but they're so much more fun. And I want to do a YouTube channel that combines my favorite things, or some of my favorite things. Traveling and seeing beautiful places, and I think my island, Cyprus, is the perfect place to do that. Food, I'm not going to tell you much how the two will be combined, but you'll see when it actually happens. And the social part, which is so important for me. It has to have an impact, so helping others through it. Plus fun, it has to be funny. I want to make people laugh, and I'm sure I will. I hope so. Please laugh when you watch it. But now, obviously I want to try all these things, but then I don't want to be trapped in Cyprus, because as much as I love my island, I want to do more than that. I'm not ready to move back. When I was thinking what to do, a couple of friends mentioned to me, you could make a great teacher. And I thought, you know what, I probably would. But the teachers I know in Cyprus and in the UK, they are overworked and underpaid. And then a friend has mentioned, what about TEFL, teaching English as a foreign language? I was like, that is perfect. I could get a qualification to teach English as a foreign language abroad, so then I could travel, because I always wanted to travel but never really had enough money. I've never been outside Europe, and I would, oh my god, love to do that so much. So this is plan A. I am quitting my job in July. I am moving to Cambridge for a month to get the CELTA qualification, and then I'm going to Cyprus until Christmas and to try all of the creative things I wanted to try, and finally spend Christmas with my family from the beginning. And then in January, hopefully, use the CELTA to travel for a couple of years and hopefully save some money as well. But if not, I'll get to travel. As you can imagine, as an overthinker and suffering from anxiety, I'm not coping that well. I am terrified, worried that things will go wrong. I'm then thinking, am I doing the right thing? Deep inside, I feel that this is the right thing to do. This could be the most amazing couple of years. On the other hand, I do live a comfortable life here. I can afford living on my own in a beautiful one-bed flat. I have great friends. I feel bad saying that, because for other people this would be enough. But for me it isn't, it just isn't. So we're all different, and that's what makes us amazing, because we're all so completely different. Everything will be fine. It's gonna be okay, even if it doesn't work exactly like that. I am flying. I have one-way ticket to Cyprus. 25th of August, I'm flying back to Cyprus. So the UK will always feel home for me. I've been here for 10 years, so that is not going to change. But I'm quite excited for the next chapter. I think this is the time for it. Anyway, so the reason I'm doing this vlog is A, to let everyone know what I'm doing. B, because I want to try to learn how to edit videos, and that's a lovely way to start with. I have forgotten to mention that I don't have a budget for my ideas, so I have to work with what I have. So I need to learn to edit videos myself. And C, because it's fun. I think it's fun. Anything creative is fun. So what am I going to do from now until July? There are a couple of vlogs I want to do. My little sister visited about 2 weeks ago, and practice. Anyway, I've rambled on for ages, but for now, I love you all. Hope you enjoy this. If you want to follow a 32, soon to be 33-year-old's journey through life, trying to figure out everything, subscribe and like and share, or whatever you want to do. Or just switch it off, I don't mind, I honestly don't, but it's up to you. Anyway, love you all.